Flight Squad Radio.
Ooh, that is loud.
KPFT Houston 90.1 FM HD2.
What up, y'all?
Giggity.
We making it look. Very dynamic in the field.
Yeah.
It's way too loud,
I
y'all.
see.
Nice.
Yeah.
She doing her little sound check. Get your sound check right. Get your sound check right.
I'm a professional.
That's what it's about. It's about being professional. You said she has sensitive ears.
I
Gotta
do
be
have
professional.
sensitive ears.
That's what's up.
Pronounce that sensitive ears.
Sensitive ears.
Sensitive ears.
Flight Squad Radio.
Yo, I'm getting
They've been
bullied.
messing. Yeah, they've been messing
What
with
month
you.
is anti-bully
No,
month?
no. But you know what?
No bullying.
No, y'all wasn't worried about me last week.
With your man friend?
Y'all wasn't worried about me. I had a laptop bag. They started hating on me. I was
Really?
like, bro, it's my coach laptop bag. They
It's
started.
a purse.
It was a purse.
Oh,
no, the
so
purse.
really?
Oh, man.
So now you advocating.
Oh.
I thought you was real.
Ouch.
I thought you was
You don't know that one.
I thought you was real.
Oh, shoot.
We got a special guest in the building tonight.
What up, what up?
Special guest in the building. TRILL Neil's going down.
What it do? DJ
Trill,
Red,
Trill, Good,
DJ
good,
KO, very dynamic.
Good Grief said that name is ill.
Yeah.
Good Grief
I
said that name is
appreciate
ill.
that, man.
Yeah, real talk. What's going down, bro?
Nothing much, man. Enjoying this heat in Houston,
Oh, you know it.
Welcome. Where are you from?
Florida,
Oh.
Pensacola.
Key West, baby.
Yeah. Oh, Key West. You still there though? You know what I'm talking about?
I
Yeah.
was born by the river.
Yeah.
Okay.
East side. East
Okay.
side of Pensacola. I know, right? Well, really the Gulf, not the river. The Gulf of Mexico.
Remix.
You know what a crazy story is? I was
What's up?
I was supposed to move to Orlando
Really?
when I was in elementary. Yeah, this was like around third grade, fourth grade,
happened?
early-ish. I would elaborate, but it's one of those like my mama stories. So you know what I'm
So,
saying? I
no.
love your mama, so I ain't go. But it was just, I was supposed to end up moving to Orlando, but I'm
Wow.
glad I didn't. In all
Orlando
honesty.
is beautiful.
It is.
though.
It's pretty. That's
And then
what.
you have Tampa, man, and then Miami.
Dude.
Oh, all of them just
Panama
surrounded.
City
Oh,
changed my life, man.
Really?
That was the first time I ever been to Florida. Panama
Really? So did you go to Club La Vila when you was there?
You know, I don't remember much.
What?
I just
The
know we
phone
were lit.
parties. I know, right?
We were getting Sonic cups every day. You
Oh,
know, we get the
okay.
little Sonic slushies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Them Bart Simpson slushies.
that's when it was true. Yeah, that was when Anthony Hardaway was playing and
Yeah.
all that. That was like my favorite player
My
at the
team
time.
there,
I was
man.
like,
Penny,
man.
shouts out.
Yeah,
Memphis,
well-
my second home actually. That's where my mother's from.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
That's what's, I went to a family reunion in Memphis
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a while back, but yeah, shout out to Memphis. I went to Nashville a couple months ago. Well, probably about
Tennessee
7
is
months.
beautiful.
Dude, everywhere I went, they was shooting. Everywhere.
Really?
And then, dude,
Man, you was in
I
the trap.
I called KAYO, bro.
It's
No,
in the trap.
dude, this was at the Tennessee Titans Stadium.
Really?
This is at a homecoming parade, like,
Oh, man.
but not on some like just crazy illness, but it was just like on some boys was out there, but like,
Just-
hey,
we
and I'm
capping.
like, dude, I'm coming from Texas. You already know everybody carry,
Indeed.
but we not gonna shoot you unless you really doing the
something.
most. Yeah.
Yeah.
Out there, dude, it was like they was shooting because it was hot outside. Like,
Really?
you'd be
Oh,
chilling.
man.
Pow, 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 pow. It's like, God.
You know
damn.
what though? Memphis is crunk like that.
Oh,
though.
nah, they was, yeah.
So,
Now,
you know.
Tennessee be turned up.
Yeah.
Most
yeah.
definitely.
Indeed.
So, you being an artist, when did this voyage, when did this journey, how did this journey start with you?
Well, with my parents actually. My dad, his name is Kuzi. He started Brothers Unlimited.
Nice.
Him and
Shout out Koozie.
Indeed.
And shout out Brothers Unlimited.
He created the group of like 13 different guys.
Oh, wow.
And when it all said and done, they were like the originators of funk music. They spun off Parliament Funkadelics, produced songs like, you remember I'm Your Puppet?
Yeah, oh,
They
yeah.
They did
yeah.
an ode to it titled I Don't Want to Be Your Puppet Anymore.
It's
It's nice.
Left
man.
side of it.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And my mom, She actually sung background for Al Green. They met in Memphis.
Oh, nice.
Through Larry
Nice.
Lee. Larry Lee, who's also famous guitarist, friend of Jimi Hendrix.
Wow.
It's just a beautiful story, man.
Yeah, that sounds like a real good, like one of them old school movies with like Frankie Lyman.
I know, right?
And, you know?
Yeah, I was telling them we need to do a biopic or something on it,
Yeah.
man, like soon.
That'd be dope.
Whoever's listening out there, get in contact. illtrillneil@gmail.com. Seriously, man, we can put it together.
That's dope. That's real. That's really sound like some nice Frankie Lyman.
People
What's
would love
got
to see
do
that
with it type
because a lot
story.
of people kind of are disoriented as far as where funk originated.
Yeah, that's real true. That sound like you need to elaborate.
Trill.
sound like you need to elaborate though, because I mean that's something of the essence. That's something I be thinking about too, because I'm like, I'm gonna take it back to a step. Let's say slavery and things of that nature.
Okay,
you have
go back that far.
Well, because I'm thinking about it. Us as a culture, we're very instead of introvert, we're the opposite of that. Like we're very outgoing as in the club, not a club, but as a people, we love music and we love rhythm.
Indeed.
I would say
It's
rhythm.
in our culture.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. Like way
Right.
back, just imagine in the 1800s, in the 1700s, when you got a plantation, and you got about 20 to 30 slaves. But at the end of the day, when everybody together and how we used to sing those, imagine how many things were brought up back then that weren't recorded.
Really? Like,
That really
seriously?
wasn't to
Yeah.
really be able to really lay down
Agreed.
Okay.
Yeah.
what you was doing.
Those really deep spirituals.
You
that
couldn't
they-
go to the studio.
No.
It wasn't no, look, master, I'm finna go hit the lab.
No.
I
Any time where engineer, could you edit this for me? None of
Nah.
that. It was all one take live.
live, and it wouldn't be recorded. So that, I mean, it really goes back so deep to where now, as in present time, we able to record everything
And edit.
and yeah, you know what I'm saying. So,
My dad used to talk about on how the sessions would go straight through, and if you messed up, you got fined.
I believe that.
Oh, that's that I
I believe that.
right there.
Yeah, you got fined.
If you watch the Temptations when they was doing the Motown, and
it
you
was
watch
brutal.
bro, it's a live band in there. It wasn't we gonna drop the instrumental and then
None
it
of
was
that.
a real live band, like
Yes.
a for real drummer. So if you mess up, that's coming out your check.
Indeed. You deduct $500. Play it right.
Nah, so that's a good beginning. That's a and then from there it grows into
Ill Trill Neil, I actually started writing lyrics at the age of 9. My first song that I did write, I actually won a savings bonds for it. I was like maybe 12 years old at the time.
man.
I didn't want to even do the competition, but my dad, boy, you gonna do this competition? I was like, I really don't want to do it. Yeah, he's that Ike type. And I was like, man, all right, I'm gonna do it.
Joe Jackson.
Yeah, Joe Jackson, he had all that intertwined.
He Joe Jackson shit.
He was Joe one day and whoever the next, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Shouts out to Dad, Mom. I know y'all listening.
Koozie.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
But yeah, it was beautiful, man, coming up and actually writing my own music. I started out writing everything. I took it upon myself, hey, Neil, you gotta be above the rest, so I copied out the dictionary from cover to cover. I try to do it like every 2 to 3 years to keep my mind fresh on different words.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta be. A lot of the best lyricists are like very well educated, or at least
Indeed.
like are good with reading books and know
Yeah.
knowledge. Because like,
I
if you don't
love
know how to read, like you really missing
You
the true
are.
essence of really being able to be a blessing with your word. You know?
Indeed. Indeed.
So that's a good thing. So you learned to write when you were 9 for the saving. Was it like it was a competition you won, or was it like
Yeah,
you had
it was like it was a bank, and they put on, it was like a jingle song, and whoever came up with the tightest and nicest sounding jingle won this a certain amount of savings bond.
So what you do with the money?
I want to say I bought toys and stuff.
G.I. Joe.
Candy. Yeah, G.I. Joe fire trucks.
With the Kung Fu grip.
No, actually, it was He-Man at the time.
Oh, wow.
The He-Man and the laser tag set. I know y'all remember that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what?
Yeah, okay. All right. Okay.
Dude, yeah.
Really? Okay.
I used to go laser tag.
Really?
No, we talking about
Laser tag, like with the gray gun, you strap the thing around your
So I
chest.
go to laser tag place.
We talking about something retro. We talking about Atari. We back in the day, yeah.
Nintendo. The first one.
Blowing cartridges, sticking them in.
Got him passed out in a couple games.
Man, what?
Bro, I probably Super Mario 3 probably made me pass out.
I know, right? That's a cheating game there, boy.
The sun, that's Texas with the sun chasing you.
Really? Yeah, that is Texas. Yeah.
That's Texas.
Shout out H-Town.
For real. So after that, did the jingle, did that for them, then like where'd you go from there?
After that, doing a bunch of talent shows throughout the city.
Oh, dope.
Tearing them up.
Florida?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, Florida. All right.
Yeah. Florida and Atlanta, actually.
So you lived in Florida?
Yes.
I mean, you lived in Atlanta, my bad.
No, I was actually traveling there, yeah.
That's pretty close, right?
Yeah, it's only 4 hours.
Oh, that's like driving to Dallas.
Nice.
Yeah, it's only 4 hours.
It's like driving to
so
Dallas.
we was able to drive up there, every weekend, and I have people that's down there that had different venues, and just go in there and rip them up.
So when did you actually get to Houston? Like when did you
I got
start
to
your life here?
Houston. I've been here for like 4 years, so.
Nice.
Oh, you fresh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I love Houston.
This is senior year.
Yeah, really. Senior year in Houston. Yeah.
Senior year,
So I'll be graduating this year, going to the big league.
He graduated this year. For real.
So why do you come here?
I came here because it's a lot of opportunity here. Pensacola is very small. I wouldn't met the people that I've met in such short of a time, being where I'm from. I was always, me and Roy Jones is very cool. Trent Richardson went to school with my little brother. Justin Gatlin, he ran track. He had the actual 4x4 relay. He ran with my oldest brother. So we're close.
That's Olympics.
Justin Gatlin.
Yeah.
So, those people that did blow up from that area, we brushed shoulders.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
So who you been brushing shoulders with since you been out here?
Man, the most influential person that I've met here is Jay Prince.
Oh, yeah.
I was actually with them during the book signing. It was like one of the best nights of my life.
Yeah,
most definitely.
Actually, we met up in Fifth Ward at the barber shop, and we all left together. It was beautiful.
What you do at the barber shop?
Huh? I know, right? That's just where we meet,
Okay.
Yeah, Jay Prince most definitely comes with a different aura of energy.
Indeed.
From out here.
It was,
you understand?
this respect, and I've learned a lot from them. Yeah. Another person who's been a mentor to me, Devin the Dude. Me and him are like best friends.
Yeah,
we just had a cook-off, man. Them boys was hurt because they was expecting to win, and somebody just came and just tore it down. He's on tour right now.
Yeah, he's on tour like overseas, right?
Yeah, shouts out Devin, man. Coffee Brothers.
Yeah, he most definitely was. He was out here. He was at Story Lounge. Shout out to Devin. That's one of my favorite songs.
People, man.
My favorite song of all time right now.
That's my jam too.
You know it. That's my top favorite song.
Man,
him, Snoop, and Andre 3000.
That is one of my favorites.
Dude, that's my top. Like, man, that song. True. It was the realest, like verse for verse. Like the whole song from beginning to end, just one of those word for word. Like
it is.
Especially when it came out, I was so disappointed at the time because I was like, why don't they play this on the radio?
They never did.
Ever.
They never played that song, man. And it put out a positive vibe too, and then it put attention on something that needed to be addressed that us as artists go through. They don't want to they don't want to put out that information. They would rather cover it up and you know, sweep it under the rug. And we gotta stop doing that, man. You know,
for the political
You
reasons.
know, music is revolutionary.
Indeed.
So it's like that's the only way you can reach the black community is through music. So if they want to control us, and they have to control the content that goes out as well.
That's true.
And then you very right, and that's why we as a culture need to really appreciate what we do, because we just give it away so free and willingly.
That's
just
true.
to be heard.
That's
or
true.
just to be known. And then they be like, oh, you just want to be known. Okay, well, I'm gonna go do all this copyright business stuff behind
they
you,
monetize on it.
and then they monetize
They come
it,
through
and
the back door and
then they sell our culture right back to us.
man.
But you know, I think it all goes back to slavery. How y'all was just saying that, you know, none of that stuff was documented. You know, we all just did it. So I think in a way we kind of just still channel that. Like, we're not really doing it for the money. It's all really just spirituality and a way of expression.
That's true. I'm glad y'all brought that up, because recently the courts, judicial system had just brought up a case with the legacy artists. Legacy artists are artists from the 70s on down. Yes, so they say artists from 1970 on down has no right to collect royalties on any of their music that was reproduced. That's why the case came about.
Like reproduce as in like sample, like taking their words.
And my parents fall into that category, so therefore I voted against that because... No, I'm sorry. I voted for it because now they're putting laws in place to where the government don't have their hand in the music anymore. It's more the songwriters, the artists, and the creators and the publishers. And that's a great thing. That's one major case that we won as artists. The second one is that Spotify case, because I feel that they're taking advantage of the hardworking artists because of the different percentages. Nobody has
Spotify
the same.
has like the worst. Spotify's payout is like it's like one of the lowest payouts.
0.2.
Yeah, it's like little bit over half a
man.
penny. Yeah, it's like half a penny, but less than. It's like a little bit under half. Last that I saw, it was like a little under half a penny for the streams.
And then it's like artists want to push that, and it's like, well, you're not really making any money, really.
Yeah, I think like 1 million streams is like $800 with them.
What?
Lord.
Yeah, it's like
Killing me small.
And don't quote me to the T, but it's not like a crazy bag. You know what I mean?
Ridiculous.
I think Tidal has like the best one.
Yeah, they do.
Like
they have the top one.
I think Tidal has the top one, and even with YouTube, it's like you can get up there, but I think the most is like maybe 1,100. It's like off 1 million.
That is the best platform to monetize.
YouTube. Yeah, I got the most money off of YouTube.
Yeah, it's YouTube right now.
YouTube monetization.
Now with this case, they're all going to have to go to the drawing board and agree on a certain percentage all across the board. Now they went and appealed it, so it's going to take longer, but eventually y'all can only drag it out for so long.
Yeah. I mean, but like so with that being said, with the older generation, with the artists from the 70s and down, compared to now, how everything is so available to the artists. Everything that's available to the artists now, it wasn't even available in the 90s.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't even available in the early 2000s.
Man,
you know what I mean?
Music has come a long way because you have more avenues that you can use and monetize off of. Me, personally, I want to go toward brand attachment. I want to go toward sync licensing. That's really where the bread is in music now.
Yeah.
Sync licensing.
Yes, sync licensing is more of soundtracks. Let's say
movie
jingles,
like movie and things like that.
Yeah, movies, shoe deals, like a Puma snippet, Nike.
Yeah. Placements, like good placements.
Different placements, yes.
Yeah.
That's money all around the clock. It never stops.
It's never gonna stop.
And see, those payouts are way more than streaming.
Yeah. That's what I was just talking to them about earlier. About a year or two back, Daz Dillinger had posted his royalty statements from producing on Tupac's album, The All Eyes on Me.
Yes.
You know, that album went like diamond.
Yeah.
And in the interview, he had to like actually sue Suge Knight and Death Row because they I don't want to quote saying that they took his publishing, but he had to go to court to sue them for certain things that, you know what I mean? So just business wise. And like just one of the, like off of 2 songs, and he produced more than that, just like off of 2 songs, it was like 190,000 that he receiving royalties every 3 months because of just publishing and getting his percentages off of producing for that. Back then, and he did that when he was young, early 20s, just, and it's kind of dope to be around at that time, and be able to get your business handled back then, to where now you 35, 40 or whatever, and you
collecting that money every 3 months,
regardless
every
for like
3 months
to your
that's
estate.
The beauty of it. That's the beauty of it, man.
And that's what Jadakiss was. He did an interview back in the day talking about it when they had to fight Diddy for it, and just a whole different type of thing. So that's one thing now. I think a lot of artists that are more knowledgeable about the game. Back then it was different. You didn't understand. You had no clue.
No, it was just signed here.
Yeah. You had no clue.
Put you on tour, just like that New Edition. It broke my heart, man.
They broke them
for
down.
them boys and classic music, classic songs. You know, and for them to come back and with pennies, and you know, that hurt me. I was like, man, I'm ready to fight whoever.
Yeah,
you be ready.
Yeah.
But what I tell artists, you have to do your paperwork. You have to do the copyrights. You have to get the sync licenses in order to be put in those positions to take advantage of those opportunities. Yeah. If not, you're going to get left behind, and people can come back up under you and take your brand.
And just now you got to fight. Now you got to fight to get your own hard-earned.
It's not cool. I did a search and there's a lot of major people who don't own their name. I took it upon myself to pay $375 a mark to own my name, so therefore nobody can use it. And then I can use it in commerce on anything because it's 2 different service marks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Most definitely know the game. Yeah,
I love music.
His family most definitely been in it. So you know what I mean.
They taught me a lot, man. Especially my dad, because like I say, that group Brothers Unlimited was like 13 guys. Yeah, you gotta look it up, man. That music it's like a natural high too. And those guys used to play for like 3 hours straight. I'm like, man, what was y'all on?
Passion. The passion
it's
of
like,
it, dude.
Man, it's like just raw energy, sweating, dripping sweat on stage. Just getting it.
No, stop. You feel, man, when you do it for the passion of it, like time doesn't exist.
That's true.
And that's how you can tell. That's how I could tell who's really passionate about what they do in life in general. Like, because somebody who's been doing something 5, 10 years, 12 years consistently, don't get it twisted. You're gonna go through some stuff, and you're gonna take those breaks. But if you was in the 4th grade doing ballerina as a kid, female wise, 25 years old, if you still doing that, you passionate about that because it has nothing to do with the money. You was doing it way before the money. You genuinely doing it because you love it. Once you start getting paid for it, that's really the bonus of just being like, man, like, I love doing this, but the money's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The money's a bonus.
Indeed. What is it? 10,000 hours? It's to perfect something, and you know it.
I believe that.
I think it's 10,000 hours.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Well.
For real. I still got a lot of hours.
Well, we talked about
not on the artist, not on artists, creator wise, DJ wise. It hasn't been a consecutive 10,000, but over the years, it's been up there though. I've put in some work, most definitely MCing and carrying crates and parties. But DJ straight, nah. Most definitely. Dude, what you probably like 35,000, 40.
I'm 20 years in. Wow, 20 years DJing.
Yeah, how old are you?
Whoa, KAYO.
Really?
38. Man. Huh.
That's why y'all clowning over here.
Work.
We grew up in a good life.
Speaking of music placements, so where can people find your music?
iTunes, Spotify.
You got on that week, Spotify.
Apple Music.
Spotify.
I mean,
well, no,
my thing is, okay, let me explain that.
It comes with the territory.
It comes with the territory, and you don't want to miss out or leave money on the table.
Yeah,
so it's still money there, you know.
And that's just from them. That's not everybody else.
Not everybody else.
Yeah, you gotta pick up money from everywhere.
Huh?
Okay, I got
you. You just can't leave no
Tidal?
money on the table. Of course.
Okay.
I'm on all of it. Tidal, Xbox Music, KK Box, you name it.
That's TRILL Neil.
ILLTRILLNEIL.
Okay, where did this name come from? Because we were like trying to figure it all out.
Oh, okay. IL stands for illustrator.
Oh,
Trill is trilogy of Neil. So the illustrated trilogy of Neil.
I told them.
that's
I
my
was
name.
right. Okay.
Oh, you was okay. All right. I see. You got it right. Dope.
Illustrated when I write.
Nice.
Dope. All right, so we got that. Bet That Up. You know, let's talk about that single.
Yeah, I wrote Bet That Up as a motivational record. You know, you'd be like, well, hey, my people graduated from school. Bet that up. I just got a raise. Bet that up. You
like
know,
salute.
It was more of a
Okay,
positive affirmation. Yeah.
I mean, Florida lingo. I mean,
I've heard so many people. I say bet that,
bet
but that's where it came from. Bet that up.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of people just say bet that. Yeah.
So the up just.
Yeah, bet that up.
The extra, bet that up.
Yeah.
Bet that up.
Bet that up.
There
you go.
Bet that up. I'm gonna start saying that tonight. We're gonna go test that tonight in the streets, man.
We're gonna bet that up.
We're gonna bet that up, my nigga.
Yeah. Well, go ahead and introduce your single for the world.
Check this out. This is TRILL Neil, Bet That Up, produced by Evil Genius of the Evil Genius crew, ATL. Shouts out Ken Lewis and rest in peace Tom Coyne. He's the one that mastered the track.
Rest in peace.
Pyramid Records.